We get into several off-air arguments quite a bit on this show. Sometimes we bring them on the air, sometimes we don't. But today's argument was so crazy that I almost died.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered, except for that part.
Looking for the after party with it going.
The show's after show starts now.
Emily, I'm sad you missed this.
Yeah.
Normally, a lot of these dumb arguments are between me and Emily.
Yeah.
But no, this wasn't involving you, Emily. You were in the other room.
Thank God, because then Emily will go on Instagram and do a poll, and we'll have to hear about it in 5 days.
Hey, excuse me.
Can you have lettuce with your rolled tacos?
Sky?
Sky's not.
Sky?
She's not letting that
That's
go.
like the.
She's really fucking mad
pissed.
about the lettuce
Yes,
thing.
she is.
She pissed.
She's not
If she
kidding
brings it
around.
up like 4 or 5 times, like
yeah.
she has, look at her. She knows it too.
Look at her.
She's
not letting it go.
I'm on.
She's not letting it go.
I
I'm
really got myself.
uncomfortable.
I really got
Sombrero
myself.
brought in food for us today.
Wow, I'm
And
uncomfortable.
They brought this platter, and they had the platter had rolled tacos, quesadillas, sour cream, guacamole, and and all these fixins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Emily helped herself, of course, first.
I'm kind of with Sky on this.
Emily took randomly all the
I
lettuce.
didn't know I took it all.
What a
There's
weird
like,
thing to take.
dude, there's like no lettuce.
I
Because I didn't have any. Eddie didn't have any. Jamie really didn't have any.
Oh.
How much
so-
lettuce
I
did you
did-
say?
Sky-
Holy shit, dude.
Sky can't eat anything right now. This is her rules. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
So she was like, okay, well, I'm going to pick the chicken out of the quesadilla, which is psychotic.
Because I'm not supposed to have cheese. I'm not supposed to have fried items. I'm not supposed to have sour cream. So
Well,
literally,
then don't eat any of this.
yeah, my doctor said
Yeah,
basically
you shouldn't have had anything.
there's
Just have
only
a yogurt, bro.
there's only
You're
one
alive.
thing on that platter I can eat:
Which was what?
the lettuce. So I was gonna pick the chicken out of the quesadilla and put it on the lettuce
Yummy.
and put a little guac, and that was gonna be my breakfast.
No, Emily took it all.
Dude, I'm walking. I thought Sky was being dramatic when she said it, and Emily was still hungry, so she didn't give a fuck. So like when Sky said it initially, Emily was like, I don't know, and then kept eating, and now
Thor.
and she didn't give a fuck.
Can you imagine if we would have done that to her?
Oh, forget about it.
Emily would have
Forget
cried.
it. Tears.
Emily would have cried.
Tears.
It's
Tears.
the only thing I can eat.
crying.
I would
I would cry over
Yes,
lettuce.
yes, you would.
I thought there was more lettuce there. I swear to God I did. I took one little clump full, and apparently it was all the fucking lettuce.
Holy
You don't need to be angry about it. You can be apologetic. That might help.
Sky, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh, when you rolled your eyes.
eyes in my face.
I'll find a piece
By
of
the way-
lettuce over there.
By the way, this isn't even what the fight is about.
That was
This is a
You're
disaster.
welcome. This came out of nowhere.
This is a fucking disaster.
You're welcome. So you're not even involved in this.
God.
But it does have to do with Mexican food. It's
did have
Mexican
to do
food
with this.
adjacent.
It did have to do with this.
So,
Is it going to make me upset?
Yeah. Well, you're a human.
Okay,
So,
really?
well, it's fucking crazy.
Don't taint the jury right now.
I mean, I got plenty of taint for you, girl.
Wait, I don't want
worry.
your taint. Okay, at least sit
Don't
down.
you worry about that.
Okay.
Don't you worry about that.
Okay.
You'll be going taint
I'm
crazy.
not worried
Oh,
about
yeah.
your taint. Okay. Could you
So
stop?
listen, we were talking, and we were trying to figure out what the fuck Sky's gonna eat because there's no lettuce. And so we were
fucking
talking.
disaster.
I was like, well, why don't you try this? Why don't you try this? Why don't you try this? And she goes, well, I had cheese in it. And I go, oh, I guess you can't have cheese.
And I was kind of being like whatever about it anyway because I had Mexican food for dinner last night. So I was kind of like, I don't really.
You had Mexican food
Yes,
for
I
dinner?
did. So I was like, I don't really care. I had Mexican
I
food.
go, you
last-
had Mexican food last night. What'd you have? And she goes, I had nachos. And I go, oh, what was on them? I go, well, I thought you can't have cheese.
Yeah.
What was on your nachos?
Well, I said, yes, I cannot have cheese. My nachos were chips, blue corn chips from Trader Joe's. Thanks
Fuck
for
off.
asking.
Fuck off.
That did not deserve a fuck off.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
did.
did.
Oh, okay. Thor agrees. Okay, beans,
What kind of beans?
pinto beans.
Not refried beans?
Well, we made them, so I guess I don't know.
Like whole pinto beans?
Well, and we kind of smashed them, but we didn't
There's-
add a little salt and pepper. And
That's it?
No,
Yeah.
There's no cheese in those.
No cheese, no lard, none of the yummy stuff that normally a taco shop would put
exactly.
So plain and gross.
in there. So we have those.
Okay, beans.
We got rice.
Rice doesn't belong on nachos, okay?
No.
Okay, especially white rice.
Dude.
Jamie's face.
Does your husband like
Hi,
this?
Jamie.
What is he? What can he say? What can he do?
White
But he's a
rice?
Mexican man.
Is he?
Yeah, that's true.
He used to be a Mexican
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You know what I
She's
mean?
sucked
He's
out all the
Mexican like I'm
Mexican.
Jewish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
yeah.
even. I feel like you're more Jew.
I'm more Jew. Yeah, that is true. I'm more Jew than Boo is Mexican.
Yeah.
Right? I can't get over
It's
that.
fucking crazy.
White
We're not even
rice?
done. We're not even done.
Sorry.
Yes.
Chips, beans, white rice, ground turkey done up with taco seasonings. Thank you.
Okay.
Done up.
Thank you. Done up. Done
Wow.
up. Yep.
Okay.
Lettuce.
Oh God.
Ooh, onion.
Surprised you had any left.
Yeah. At least you had the lettuce then.
Avocado, and salsa. That's what was on mine.
Where's the cheese?
You need to choose.
My doctor says I can't have any
There's,
cheese.
but then it's not nachos.
It is
You
not
did not
nachos.
have nachos.
I just told you what was on it. My family had cheese on theirs and tomatoes.
so then
'cause
they had
like
nachos.
tomatoes. So
and not even really.
we all had nachos.
You did not have nachos.
We all had nachos.
There are two components to nachos.
What, Eddie?
Chips and cheese.
That's it.
That's it. If you just have cheese sauce and chips, you have nachos. You're good. That's it. That's all that you have nachos. Now you can add toppings, which you did. I don't agree with most of those toppings, but whatever. But if you don't have cheese at all, it ceases to be nachos.
So if I go into a taco shop
Yep.
and say, I would like carne asada nachos, please, with no cheese.
they would fucking laugh at you.
They
and
would
say,
they
"Get-
be fucking
yeah,
confused?
this
with-
weta over
Nobody
here.
would
Get the
order that.
They'd
fuck
be
out
like,
of here.
that's not nachos? No, they'd be like,
What are
beep,
they
boop,
supposed
boop,
to do? They
no
don't.
problem.
They're gonna take your money.
Yeah.
But they're gonna make fun of you in the back and go, this fucking weta over here ordered nachos without cheese.
Yeah.
Like you just
Still
give me
nachos,
chips.
though. Still
we'll
nachos.
give you chips.
I order pizza with no cheese. Does that make
do?
it not pizza anymore?
There's
Right.
3 ingredients to pizza, sweetheart.
yeah,
Oh,
sweetheart.
ew.
Yeah,
Don't
sweetheart.
you sweetheart
Yeah, sweetheart.
me.
Tell him.
Dough,
Yeah, well, crust. Yeah,
yeah, sauce,
yep.
cheese.
That's it.
If you
Now
don't
got
have the
pizza.
cheese, you just have the dough and the sauce.
Yeah,
No, I have
breadsticks.
Yeah,
toppings.
breadsticks.
I have
Yeah,
toppings.
breadsticks.
I have toppings.
Bread with marinara.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what you got.
No, I got toppings.
And if you
bro.
also if you ordered a cheeseless pizza in New York, when I was a kid,
Here we go.
I went through a phase where I didn't like cheese for some reason. I don't know why. It was weird. And my mom would ask for no
this is the first
cheese.
we've heard
We've
of this.
never heard of it.
Cheeseless pie.
But my mom would say, "Can you make half of it without cheese?"
Is this when you're wearing the bow tie? Is this the bow tie era?
uh-oh.
Or is this a different era?
She loves taking shots.
Well,
at
I
you.
need to visually picture what
I was like
version
13.
of Thor.
I don't know.
Oh, you. Oh,
I had a thing. I didn't like when the cheese.
You
I
don't
didn't-
need. Please don't explain.
I didn't like when the cheese pulled away. it grossed me out.
First of all,
it
that's
grossed me out.
that's the best part.
It grossed
Cheese
me
pulls
out.
the
Second
best.
of all,
Right?
you sound like her.
I know.
She's trying to
I grew
argue.
Up, though. I grew up though.
Okay.
So
grew
I
up
was
You're a big boy
13.
now. You're a big boy now.
Yeah. So my mom would call, and I remember this vividly, and she'd ask for like half with no cheese, and they would tell her no.
I respect that.
They would say we can't do that,
Yeah.
and my mom would go, "What do you mean you can't do that?
Yeah.
You
Just
still
make a
put
fresh
cheese on
pie
it,
with
yeah.
no cheese." And she goes, "I'm sorry, man, we can't do that." So they wouldn't make it.
I
So I'd have to
respect-
scrape off the
fucking
cheese.
respect that so much.
So hard.
Well, here in
Yeah.
California, they'll do it all day, every day, and we
Well,
do do
I
it,
just
so.
googled the definition of nachos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
what
is
I
it?
what is
googled it.
Yeah.
The definition.
What's the definition?
A dish of tortilla chips topped with melted cheese.
You don't say.
And then
You
it says
don't
and
say.
and often other savory toppings.
Right,
But
100%.
a dish of tortilla chips topped with melted
Right.
They were
cheese.
How could
fucking
you
nachos.
argue that?
They're nachos, guys.
You had taco salad. That's
That's
what you had.
exactly what it was.
You had a taco salad. Yes, you
Okay,
did.
then,
Yes.
Jamie, we don't need
Yes,
you
you did.
cheerleading back there for
It's
Eddie.
true.
Yeah, Eddie's right.
It's
Eddie's
true.
right.
Well, it's true.
That's right.
It's true.
That's right.
Those
It's
were
true.
nachos. My family had nachos
you
for
didn't.
dinner.
Wait, and by the way, did
No,
your
you didn't.
family melt the cheese or did they just have
Sprinkled cheese.
sprinkled
on it.
cheese?
Just sprinkled.
Oh,
It was
fuck.
shredded
What's
cheese.
the point? It doesn't even
sprinkled
stay on the chip. It just falls
Listen
off.
to the
okay.
definition.
The definition.
You're an asshole.
That's not the definition, fucker.
It's under the. There's a picture of you
Oh,
under the
really?
definition of
Waving.
asshole.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes,
Waving.
and it's you.
Okay.
So here's how I almost died.
Oh yeah.
As we're talking about this,
And
you
it
can see
heats-
how hyped I am.
It
Yeah,
heats
oh,
up
yeah.
to yelling.
I'm eating my
Yeah.
delicious chili verde from Sombrero,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and it's got a little kick to it. Got a little spice.
A little spicy.
Ooh.
And I'm screaming while food is in my mouth, by the way, and a
not
piece
safe.
gets lodged into my throat.
A piece of pork?
Yes, and it's spicy too. So I'm legitimately tears
Yeah.
running down my
Yeah,
face,
it was a scene.
coughing, dying. This motherfucker starts cheering,
Yep.
like happy
Dying
that I'm
laughing.
dying.
What?
Okay,
wild.
I'm not happy that he's
It
dying.
was wild.
She's not dying laughing.
But what I'm doing
So
I'm
loud.
dying.
is I'm taking this
was weird,
opportunity to win the argument, and I'm saying, yeah, Eddie, what do you so? I'm right, Eddie. Yeah, what do you have to say now?
can't
Those were
answer?
nachos.
You can't
yeah,
answer?
You got nothing
Yes.
to say.
So
So what
you
about
got
the
nothing
pizza
to say.
argument, fucker?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
And then it starts to turn to actual hysterical laughter that I can't control
really
because
nice, huh?
I have a vision in my mind of like, this is how
Of him
fucking
dying.
Eddie dies fighting with me
Wow.
over if I ate
It was
nachos
like
or not.
it was like Emily, how you get when someone gets fired. She was giddy. She was laughing.
Thrilled.
I don't get giddy.
Thrilled.
Thrilled.
On my
Yeah.
tombstone,
Yeah.
it would have said "died from nacho debate with Sky."
Yeah.
That's how I would have gone out.
And all the listeners would read that and understand what that meant.
They go, "Yep, makes sense."